Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Inside Russia. My name is Konstantin, and I'm streaming live from the very heart of southern Russia, the capital of the south. Southern Russia. That's gonna be a tough stream today. Hey, no one said it'd be easy. Um, I'd like to talk about something very personal today, something that I'm feeling right now, something that is kind of a back blast from the past. Um, how it is to be a bad guy. Well, how it is to be considered to be a bad guy. Let's find out. I watched a pretty cool movie today. Most of you have heard of that movie. It's called Top Gun Maverick. That's the second movie. The first Top Gun was released in 1986, and I first saw Top Gun, the original Top Gun, in around 1990. But today, number two, Top Gun Maverick. Let me tell you, that's one good movie. I like Tom Cruise. I think he's fantastic actor. This movie was kind of the old school golden Hollywood movie type of style, and I really enjoyed everything about it. Nevertheless, it has left a kind of a bitter, sweet feeling. Well, sweet, I understand, but why bitter? Before I answer that, let's jump right into Top Gun. Jump back to 1990, late 80s, early 90s. Top Gun, the original one, was fantastic movie. One of my most favorite, actually. Young Tom Cruise, bunch of good actors, great script, great filming, story fantastic. I watched Top Gun when I was 13 or 14 years old, and let me tell you, it left such a huge impact on me. I still remember that day I watched the movie. There are two things I was shocked about. First thing was this fantastically sexy picture of America that movie portrays. It's shot in San Diego. It was shot in San Diego. The beaches, motorcycles, pilots, young guys, girls, fantastic, beautiful looking girls, blondes. They flirting, they have sex, just like this what young folks do. That was something to admire. Okay, our lives back in the USSR were completely different. And the second thing was, I couldn't believe that American pilots, American soldiers, military personnel were actually not robots, but human beings with feelings, with emotions. I couldn't believe that the pilots could actually, it was like a job to them. They didn't have to spend 100% of their time at the base, and they can actually, go to visit a bar, a restaurant, a city, if they weren't busy with, doing their main thing, flying. That concept did not live well in my head. I couldn't understand how that is possible. And that also gave America's image more sexiness. Fantastic movie Top Gun was. That was one little dark spot. Because the first part is all about, fun, good time, competition, picking on one another, flirting with girls. The second part is actually fighting. And fighting the bad guys, The Russians. MiGs. MiGs were the opposite. MiGs were, the MiG pilots were the ones, the bad guys, the ones to kill, the ones to fight. And, Tom Cruise and the bunch actually, shoot down the planes. They shoot down the Russians. They kill Russian pilots. Now, on one side, I have this incredible story, glitz and glamour and everything. On another side, I see this dark fact of American pilots outcompeting Soviet pilots, Russian pilots, and killing them. Now, at that time, I was 14 years old, a teenager, naive mind. I didn't know anything about life. I didn't have any experiences of living life. I was just a child, a teenager. So inexperienced. So without any knowledge of anything, okay? I was easy to be manipulated. I was easy to be lied to. I was easy to be misled, okay? And in other words, I could not make my own opinion. So, how did I deal with that fact that my compatriots, comrades were shot down? How did I deal with that? Oh, it's very simple. Actually, Top Gun was not the only movie that had bad Russians in it. There was a slew of movies in the 80s. I mean, remember Rocky, Ivan Drago, Sylvester Stallone, boxes Ivan Drago, the Russian boxer on steroids. That guy is actually on my thumbnail. The actor's name is Dolph Lundgren. He's not even Russian, he's Swedish. And he always played bad guys, hooligans, antagonists, and the guy is actually one of the smartest human beings. He has an undergrad degree in chemical engineering, a grad degree in chemical engineering. He was so bright that he was given a Fulbright stipend to study chemical engineering at MIT. Instead, he moved to Boston. He chose acting a career. That's just off topic, The guy is great. I like his acting, but he's not Russian. And he always played Russian bad guys. It's funny. So, remember Sylvester Stallone was fighting this Ivan Drago guy? Oh, picturesque. Everyone remembers that. Then Rambo. Sylvester Stallone again as Rambo traveled to Afghanistan to shoot down Russian helicopters, well, Soviet helicopters. Well, guess what? My dad had 3 friends, childhood friends, best friends, and they all went to a pilot school, and they flew attack helicopters. 2 of them served in Afghanistan, and one of them was shot down and killed in Afghanistan, and one, made it out alive. The one who made out alive is my godfather, okay? I know the guy very well. He's not a bad guy. He actually did a great service in Afghanistan. But in the movie, in Rambo, he was portrayed like the guy just like him, portrayed to be an animal, the bad guy, a pariah, right? So how did I deal with those facts that the Russians, the Soviets, were portrayed so bad in the movies? Easy. The mind of 14-year-old found arguments. And my argument, one of the strongest one was, they just don't know that we are good people. If they only knew that we are good, we're not enemies, that we're, normal families and so forth. If they only knew, if they only could come over here and look at us and see our life, they would never do something like that in the movies. Once that I had that excuse, that argument, it's like weight got off my shoulders. Not like I did have much weight at the age of 14. I had different things on my mind. I wanted to live life, okay? So I found a rational explanation on why we were portrayed. Us, my friends, my comrades, why we were portrayed like the bad guys in the movies. Once I came up with an excuse, I took that thought and I put it all the way back to the very back, darkest area of my head. Sort of like a warehouse. Old, dusty, run down, dirty, dark. The farthest point in my head. So I took that argument. I said, okay, I have it. And I put it so far, I didn't even think about it once. That's how I dealt with it. Well, let's fast forward a little bit. 90s, 2000s, 2010s, teens. Russians were portrayed as bad guys occasionally, and in general, it was not a big deal any longer because we weren't the bad guys. Everyone knew that the Russians were okay. The Russians were friends, not the enemies. Everyone knew that the Russians were, of course, there was mafia, Russian mafia. It was portrayed in tons of movies, but I had no problem with that because Russian mafia did exist. At the time, I was pretty ruthless. So who cares? I was just, they were showing it more or less correct in the movies. And there were some rogue guys, who would go nuts and hijack planes, blackmail everyone, would want to blow up things and nuclear reactors. There were Bond movies with stuff like that, the action movies, but hey, you know what? I had no problem with that, but because a rogue person can any country can be can give birth to a rogue person, threatening humanity. Okay, it's not about the country and folks in general. It's about got it. It's about the personal choice of a person. Anyone could be a bad guy, right? Well, welcome to February 2022. I'm not going to go over and tell you what happened. You all know that. If you watch my streams even a little bit, I discuss it all the time, almost every day. So, simply said, you all know what happened. And I can't even imagine what kind of movies, what kind of songs, what kind of books are going to be coming out soon, portraying Russians not at the very good angle. Again, I'm not trying to take responsibility off the shoulders and the hands of Russians. No. I'm just, basically, I'm telling what's going to happen next. And the first movie, the major blockbuster movie I watched since February of this year is Top Gun Maverick. Like I said, I liked the movie very much. Tom Cruise, it's really hard to believe he hasn't aged in 35 years. What the heck? Tell me what that guy is doing, I want to do some of that. The movie is solid. It's as good as first original Top Gun, in my mind, in my eyes. And what can I say? Good story, good filming, good acting. Everything is good or great about this movie, except for one little dark spot. It's actually one large, huge dark spot. Guess who Tom Cruise and the bunch is fighting, shooting down, and killing again? The Russians. And the Russians are portrayed not in a very good way. Well, what about that argument that I had 25 years ago? No, 35 years ago, In the back of my head, I gotta take it back. I gotta dust it off. I'm gonna look at it closely. There's one little difference. I am not 14 any longer. I am 46. And you know what? Things have changed. I'm not a young, naive boy anymore. Where other people went to school, I was the professor there. That's a saying in Russia. I've been around. I am seasoned. I've seen things. I've done things. I've had victories. I've had failures. I've made tons of mistakes along the way. I can make my own opinion, and I do it very well. It's really hard to mislead me. It's really hard to lie to me. Well, they can try, but you know what? It's really hard to make me convinced of things that are not true. I am a different person. I'm not 14 any longer. And that argument that I had at 14, my friends, it doesn't work any longer. It doesn't work. I don't, buy it myself. I don't trust it. Okay, I did trust when I was 14, but not at 46. I said, well, I thought, I didn't really say, but I thought, it's just they don't know us. If they knew, if they saw us, if they looked at us closer, if they would come over and look around and see the way we live, that'd be totally different opinion of us. They would think that we're awesome people. And guess what? I'm not buying that any longer. They know. They have seen us. They know our ways. They look at the facts. They don't look at the, tales, so to speak. After watching this movie, to say it's bittersweet is to say nothing at all. Sweet, just a little bit. Bitter, huge. Because no one can fool me anymore. And you know what? Much worse, I can't fool myself. I really know what's going on. And I know that, well, I'm stepping on a shaky ground, let's put it this way. It hurts. It really hurts me. At this point, at the age of 46, being so much wiser, so much more experienced, being so much smarter than when I was 14, I don't have any excuses. I don't have any arguments. Nothing. In my friends, it hurts. It really hurts. You watch at, you know, what was happening at the end of the movie, Top Gun Maverick. And I mean, it's all fiction, right? I know. But I cannot find any more arguments to defend myself from myself, you know? No more excuses. I guess biggest, the best description, the best explanation is I am feeling defenseless and I'm hurting. That's that's pretty much it. The movie is the least the least of my worries, okay? Watching movies where Russians are portrayed or will be portrayed as pariahs, and make no mistake, there will be a slew of movies coming out within the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years where Russians won't even be portrayed as pariahs, they'll be portrayed as something else, you know. I see it coming. But there's not much I can say to myself to protect myself from this understanding, you know, that my compatriots are being portrayed like that. I can't say, "Oh, that's bullshit. We're not like that. We're not like this and stuff like that." I'm I'm defenseless. This is one of the things really hard to explain. Try to put yourself into my shoes. And only in that case you probably would understand a little bit what I'm feeling right now. I'm actually so so upset. I'm not upset at the movie, okay? Actually like the movie very much. I'm so upset of this situation, and I'm so upset of where Russians are standing right now. Again, 45, 35 years later, they're back again to where they were back in the USSR. But then we could say, oh, they don't know much about us, you know. They've never been to the USSR. They don't know how wonderful our country is, and they just misunderstand. We can't say that any longer, you know. This is only if trying to put yourself into my shoes, you probably could understand a little of my feelings. I hope that other Russians are not feeling this way. Okay, I hope they simply don't care. I hope I this is me. This is just me only. I hope I'm a freak of, you know, feelings or something like that. Because you know what? Plain and simple, this is a very heavy feeling. And I'd rather not go to movie or watch movie than another movie where the Russians are in certain position than to go. You know, I'd rather not. It's not worth. It's just the feeling, those hurting and wounding would outweigh the joy that I could get from the movie. Okay. Well, I hope you understood what I've been trying to tell you. Good movie, but bad situation. This has been my message. I don't know what I will do about that in the future. Most likely, I will try to cut myself off things like that, the movies, the books, you know, the shows that where Russians would be portrayed not well, because I don't have any, like I said, I don't have any defense against that. I'm not looking for a solution really, because hey, we need a solution for something different. We need a solution for peace, for stopping bloodshed at this point. Movies is the last thing I worry about. But still, it's part of our lives here in Russia, and it's not that great these days. So, not looking for solutions. I'm just telling you how I'm feeling, and I hope that you find this information valuable. Thank you. Anyway, uh, yes, it is tough stream for me. I'm gonna turn on the comments and let me know what you think, please. Use common sense, and as Lorna and Mommy say, use your brains before posting, please. Because, well, it's just these trying times. We need to be watching what we say in these times. I'm looking at myself right now, and I'm seeing that I'm not smiling, and that's so typical Russian. But there's not much to smile about, really. Howdy, friends. Howdy, howdy. Mommy Lorna, Bob, um, Mommy number one today, Mika, Reese Gray, Deb, Angelic, Cat Life, May Reg, Airborne Snail, E30. I see a super chat from Reese Gray. Just a second. Thank you for coming, everyone. The usual suspects, the new faces. It's really good to see you at the stream. There's a super chat from a super chat champion, Reese Gray. That's $10. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. There's always got to be a bad guy. Unfortunately, your state is it. Sorry you're caught in this. Hopefully, we're able to find peace and rebuild relations one day. Thank you, Reese. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate messages very much. Reese, you know what? I think we will be able to find peace and we will rebuild relations one day, about 45 or 46 years from now. And this is how it's felt. It's feeling how it's felt in Russia right now. Then it's gonna take a long, long time because our country is so full of aggression towards the West, and it's growing. It grows every single day, and I don't even know how to take it because I don't understand at times what has been happening. The last couple months has been absolutely insane. Bob, Babs56, thank you so much for super chat and no message, but this is a message strong enough. Same for Lorraine Presnowski, $10. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Lorraine. May Reg, this is the American view. In France, Russians are portrayed as intellectuals. Thank you so much. You wait for a couple years. You will see how we'll be portrayed then. Airborne Snail, hi from Boxer One Drago, actor Dolph Lundgren country. Yes, Sweden. Your defense is common sense. The world knows the difference between the people and the government. My friend, imagine this. You watch a movie, American movie, I don't know, British, French, Australian, and this protagonist and antagonist. an antagonist is the Swedish guy, and it's portrayed as absolute. He's portrayed or she's portrayed as absolutely a bloody vampire. You know, a killer, murderer, no good. And then movie after movie after movie, this happens. How would you feel? Big text, but the enemy in Top Gun Maverick is very specifically not identified. I didn't take it to be Russia, or Iran. I took it to be just a mythical country. I was waiting for this question. Thank you so much. You asked it spot on, okay? I was thinking about that too. And by the way, in original Top Gun, it wasn't identified that the you know Russians were never called Russians. Okay, they were just like enemy planes, but they were stars, and the planes were called MiG 28. Well, MiG obviously is a Russian plane. MiG 28 didn't exist and doesn't exist because MiGs go only 25, 27, 29, 31, and so forth. But everyone knew that those planes were Russian. The Russians were shut down. You don't have to say that. Here in Top Gun Maverick, same thing. The only country besides the United States that owns the fifth generation planes is Russia, and only Russian pilots can fly them. And, these folks fly and then, they get shut down and then they just. This taiga. That's either Canada or Russia. I don't think it was Canada, right? So it's just so clear. They did not say a word about those guys being Russian, but I mean, you don't have to say some things to know it. Just Terry, IKDA, Donna Olson, howdy howdy. Le- um, Lectrix, hi from England. Dale from Colorado. Sylvia, howdy howdy. Calvin from Youngstown, Ohio, USA. Constantine, you remind me of one of my best friends of years ago who was of a Russian heritage. Best friend ever. Big glasnost hug for you. Thank you so much. Sending big glasnost hug to Youngstown, Ohio. Wow, we have the sponsorship gifter champion, Blackhead. He has just given the sponsorship gift of sponsorship to 5 more people. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. Just every single stream you do that. Thank you. If you want me to notice your messages easier and notice them at all, please put it in caps and put my name after @ so I see it in the orange box. So if you don't do that, then chances are I might not see your message. Blackhead, howdy, howdy, love you, my friend. I don't feel that way at all. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's comforting. Thank you. See, the problem right now is that I am feeling like that. Reese Gray, another super chat, another question. I definitely never thought about Russia watching Top Gun. I think maybe Russia's overestimate their presence in international headspace at times. Again, Reese, thank you. Thank you. Many people actually did think it was Russians. I had comments from way before saying, don't ever go and watch Top Gun Maverick. You're not going to like it, blah, 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 So Thank you so much. I hope it's just me. I hope I overestimate how people treat Russia and stuff like that. I'd be so relieved. Trust me. That would be an argument for me that I am crazy and it's just me. And then I would use that argument and I'd be happy. That weight would be off my shoulders, okay? Can't do that at this point. Thomas Fall. We Austrians, like Germans, always been shown as psychic Nazis in movies. It's okay. We live with that since 1945. It's good to remember so it never happens again. I was actually thinking about that, Thomas. I was drawing parallels how we are portrayed as well. Um, it is good not to not never forget so it doesn't happen again. But before that, before you keep on seeing it and before you remind it so it doesn't happen again, you have to come to your own senses. SF Joe, King Kong. Hey Joe, you're appreciated. It is the media that enhances the aggression or sanctions. Can you expand on comment aggression growing? Ah, big problem, Joe. Big problem. That's you. I feel like I'm a boxer, okay, but all of a sudden I've lost ability to defend myself and fight, and I'm just standing in the middle of a boxing ring, and a boxer like runs around me and hits me with hammer shots, one after another, and that's how I feel about the changes that's transformations that are happening in my country, and that's actually a huge blow. Joe, I will expand on that. I will make an entire stream because that's just not. I can't answer one in one sentence. That's very serious issue. I will address it soon because that's huge. David Hansen, thank you so much from Norway, right? Thank you so much for yet another very informative and honest message. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Rudy Keisley, reverse the numbers of your age. That's my age. Got you. Take this how it's offered. Protect your friends and loved ones as best you can. However, this is beyond us. Good message. I am protecting my family, my loved ones, my friends. Definitely doing that. I'm doing everything I can. And yes, you're right. This is beyond us. But the thing is, it does not make me feel better if it's beyond, even if it's beyond me. It's still out there. Thanks for your support. RG Merkel, don't worry, most of us do not blame the everyday Russian person. Most of you in this stream, in this channel, you don't, but many people who do. And again, I'm not trying to say that we're being victimized or anything like that. No, I wish I could say that. I wish I had that as an excuse. I'd be fine, but I don't. Robert Holland, morning from Australia. Yeah, Manchester United winning against Liverpool. So it's good to know. Ferrari guy, to an extent, we know how you feel. Well, that's interesting. These days, America is portrayed as baddies in Chinese movies who are most definitely trying to cancel us, and often enough in our own movies. But you don't watch many Chinese movies, do you? Chinese movies are for Chinese. Same for Soviet movies. You wouldn't believe how badly Americans were portrayed in Soviet movies, but no one really watched them. And we knew that was BS, kind of BS. David Neswis, thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. Lena Axelson, lots of stupidity in films. Time to choose and select for anyone. I like this movie, but you're absolutely right. There's quite a bit of stupidity in some movies. Their picnicker, David, Pacific Rim Overlanders. Howdy, howdy. Ernestas, howdy. Jan Austin, howdy, howdy. Togst from Sweden, howdy. Marilyn, it's a shame, but the truth is, as all people are judged by their country's actions. Marilyn, I hope you and everyone got my message and you read between the line. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That unfortunately, many of us, all of us, and myself included, we are judged by the actions of our countries. And I just don't know what to say about that. That's I don't have any arguments against. Charlie B, feel your pain. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Carmen, good comment, good question. Look, I also know it's not me, okay? But I have always associated myself with this country. I am Russian. I was born and raised in Russia. And with these people, with these folks, something happens that my country does. That's my responsibility, okay? Perhaps tiny one, but still, I am responsible. I feel responsible. I just can't just say, hey, I haven't done anything wrong and let's walk away from it and not feel anything. I don't even wish I could do that because it would be absolutely inhuman. There's a super chat from Czech Republic. Silaton, thanks for openness. Hard to imagine feelings, but the hope you mentioned that you fellow citizens do not feel similar is odd to me, as feeling is part of situation reflection and necessarily to make things better one day. Well, that was kind of sarcasm. I was more of a speaking of myself, like aiming myself, that perhaps I'm an oddity. So, thanks for the super chat. Paul Kirkland, thank you so much. Angel, Rocky 7, Ivan Drago should come back. Yeah, Gaby is tears. Thank you, Gaby. Christian Krause, it is because Russian or German accent just sounds more scary than an Indian bad guy as long as it's not Steven Seagal. It's wrong on purpose. Thank you for being you. Thank you so much, Christian. Thank you. Appreciate the message. American Girl, thank you. Just Terry, fantastic message. You're not alone, Kay. If I didn't have this YouTube channel, if I didn't have the live streams and this chat, I would feel much more alone. So this is just so uplifting and so Motivational. Joanne D, I feel you heard. Sorry, makes me sad. Thank you. Thank you. This messages like that really warm my heart, you know. Elsha deleted, self deleted message, but it's good to see you anyway. Petra, I remember my first visit to England in 1971 as a 14-year-old. On TV, there were many movies where Germans were portrayed as the bad guys. This was hurtful to me as a German. I can relate. You know exactly how I'm feeling. Catherine Hughes, thank you so much for your message and for your support. I wish that all Russians would show some courage and stand up together. I know it's not easy for you, very frustrating, painful. It's frustrating too, but more it makes heart bleed, you know. There's so many things that are painful these days. Parmela J. I never saw. I've never seen Top Gun. Don't care to. Okay. Janice. Howdy from Reno. Janice, I did get your message yesterday, and I'm doing it tonight. I'm sorry this is happening. Not fair to citizens of Russia. Or perhaps is fair to citizens of Russia. Who knows. Without us, thank you so much. Really appreciate the super chat. C4, what's up, Mr. Constantine? I don't know, not much. Streaming. Jan Austin, thank you so much for clicking like and shared and sharing. Thank you. Barbara D. Keith Alipes, you are the best gold ambassador to the Russian people. Thank you. I appreciate it. I I hope it works. I hope it works. Lena Axelson, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Okay, finally got to the sponsors, the new sponsors that courtesy of Black Cat. They are, I guess not. I don't see them yet. $5 super chat from Smokey Bear. Thank you so much. Hello, Constantine. I'm a huge fan. Me and my wife, I wanted to move to Russia. I have a lot of questions. Would love to speak to someone there. Um, you know what? Let's make a stream out of it. Email me the questions that you want to be answered or concerns that you have, and I will answer the questions live, and I will address the concerns. I'll tell you how it is. And anyone else, if you are interested in doing something like that, please email me questions about Russia. If you want to visit Russia as a tourist, move here permanently for some time, you have some concerns about safety of travel, perhaps things like that, let's make a stream. To me, it sounds like a good idea. Michael Schoner, thank you so much. No message, but again, 25 euro is very powerful message. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, I see one person. Emoji token. and that's it. But there were five people who were granted sponsorship. Robert Holland, that's funny. Steven, what's the telescope for? Babushka watching. Well, I like to watch. I stars, not stars, but planets, I guess. This telescope is not strong enough for stars. But actually, what I use it for is the moon. You can see moon so clearly and so close. You can actually even see the mountains on the moon. It's incredible. No, I do not do babushka watching. Angelic Cat Life, thank you so much for the hearts. Sending love to you from Russia. Alex Bala, hello, Constantine from Houston, Texas. Howdy, howdy. Houston, we don't have a problem. Howdy, Alex. Dani Andre, cheers from Barcelona. Whoa. What can the West and the Westerners do for Russia? Dani, I think you've done plenty. You've done enough, and probably even more than you needed to. Russians need to do a lot for Russians, for themselves. This is our turn now. We need to get out of this mess. We're the ones who got ourselves into, and not just ourselves, but some neighboring countries too. And then it's just up to us to come back, so to speak. Russia could make Steven Seagal a bad guy in the movie. Steven Seagal is quite some guy. Did you see how he looks like lately? Um, did you see what he has been doing in Russia? Quite the guy. John Knox, I've not seen Top Gun Maverick yet. Is it worth watching? Is it better than the classic Clint Eastwood movie Firefox? Well, can't say anything about Firefox, but Top Gun Maverick is a very good movie. I personally liked it. It disappointed. The movie did not disappoint me at all, but the fact that there was good old Russian thing back in the movie, that made me bleed. But the movie itself is, I recommend watching it. Vasya, howdy, howdy. Well, you see, the most amazing thing is that some people are not wiser at 46 than they were when they were 14. And some people even lose wisdom, okay? That does happen quite often, actually. Yep. Cheryl Parker, British paying the price for historic empire actions. Point taken, thank you. Howdy Bob, 4 minutes left. Parmela J. Decades ago, there was a web page from Americans to the world apologizing for our president. 2003, maybe. You mean George W. Bush? Uh, I didn't see that, but yeah, I, I actually witnessed many Americans apologizing for him. RN87, are you a prepper? I think everyone who was born in the USSR and raised in the USSR is a prepper. So I'm natural born prepper. I do not prep right now. Well, not much, a little bit. But I have resources. My uncle is probably the best prepper in the world, and my mom comes next, the second. So I have access to their. They prep way too many things, and then I reap the rewards. There's another sponsorship gift from Blackhead. Thank you so much. Carmen, I see. Denzel Lion, I can't stand Tom Cruise or most American movies. They're all Hollywood BS. We want to know where the Russian movies are that portray us as the bad guys. Soviet movies. In the Soviet movies, always, always antagonists, the Americans. Thank you so much, Denzel. Liking or disliking Tom Cruise is a personal choice. And you know what? It's great to have the choice of to like someone or not. In Russia, well, they still haven't dug that deep whether to learn who we like and who we dislike. But I think that's on the way. We have a new sponsor, Martin. Welcome to Inside Russia. Kim, that's much more than a movie. Yes, this is about the bigger picture. Okay, that's about the philosophy of it. Thanks for getting it. Jenna, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. David, welcome to USA anytime in Sedona, Arizona. However, I only remember the bad words in Russia since working in Moscow in 94. Donna, thank you so much. I'm back after a week vacation chasing my favorite 80s band Psychedelic Furs concert all week around Southern California. Well, Donna, great to have you back. We missed you. I missed you. Amir, don't feel alone. I think we all share your heartache. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, Bob's not gonna be happy. Just a couple more questions, and uh, that's it. A plus Russian. Kostya, I know it sucks, but was it something you did not expect? I actually did not expect that. To be honest with you, I did not expect that. I thought this movie was filmed 2 years ago. I was hoping that it would not, it would avoid the Russian theme, because it's not fresh enough, so to speak. But I don't have any misunderstanding about what's coming within next 18 months. Oh, Andy, two more. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 Nightbot. I see, I see. Hang on. Think I missed couple super chats here. From Angelic at Life. It's hard when we can't control our leaders. Thank you so much for the support and for the message. You are absolutely right. Uh, Versace. Holy moly. Sergey, long time no see. You sent me a bug and you deleted the message yourself. What happened? Hey, let's talk sometimes. It's been a while. Yeah, we gotta update. Susan Hadley, you help many folks see through new lenses. Thank you so much. I think that's it. Did not miss any super chats. Acknowledged everyone. Okay, you know, it's been tough stream. Some streams are lighter and some are more difficult, more painful. This was tough. Thank you for coming and thank you for supporting me with your words, with good wishes, acknowledgement, and super chats. Thank you. Let's, as usual, let's finish the live stream with prayer. You know, these prayers work. The ones who don't believe out there, I'm telling you, I have had many people emailing back saying thank you so much. I feel better. A person who I asked to pray for feel better and things like that. So it just cannot be coincidences. There are so many people pray along with me. It's not just me, it's us. So please, let's do it again and again and again and again. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful day. Thank you for putting food on our tables and roofs over our heads, surrounding us with people that we love and who love us. Thank you for this life. I am so grateful and we're all grateful. Thank you. Please help our children. Keep them healthy and safe. Please help stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. So many people have been affected. Please help every single one of them. Please send angels to Ukraine to help all affected. Send people strength, give them healing, give them forgiveness, soften their hearts, please. Give them love, give them financial support, everything that they pray for, and please make their wishes come true. Send everyone an angel for help. Please reach out to the hearts of the leaders who can make the decision to stop the bloodshed and fill them with love, empathy, remorse, mercy, forgiveness. Make the hearts softer and open their eyes, put common sense into their heads so they make this right decision to stop the bloodshed. Please help out, please help reach out and touch the hearts of American President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Fill their hearts with more love. Fill their hearts with remorse, empathy, mercy. Make their hearts softer. Please make them forgive things so they make the right decision to stop the bloodshed. Please help everyone who's helping Ukraine and Ukrainians who open their wallets, hearts, homes, prays, sends wishes, and so forth. I pray for all women who are pregnant and making decision to whether to keep a baby or not. Reach out and speak to them so they make the right choice. Please help all the refugees who have fled their countries. Send help and good people their way. Please help my country, Russia. Send your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael, to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Make it run by the angels and make it righteous again. Make it a good neighbor that no one is afraid of. Make it peaceful. Thank you so much for bringing us all together here in prayer and in this community. Thank you for giving us opportunity to pray. I want to ask for everyone who is praying along with me in this chat or watching us pray, please answer all the prayers and make all wishes come true. I would like to mention a few people who need your help. They are Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Igor and Bonnie, Buzz and Mary, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael Milkevitz, Marlene, Fiona, Susan, Freddie, Alan, Stephen, Madeline, Martin, Joanne, Donald from Wisconsin, who always asks for himself and separately for his country, the United States of America. Allison and Dave Moyers. I found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Isabel Legault. May her father rest in peace and give her strength, please. Janice Burgess, Ariana, Liz, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Mr. Hansen, and Heidi Howitz. I would like to specifically mention 3 children who really need your help, and their families, their loved ones need your help. They are Sebastian, Maverick, Britzel, and Coulter. Please perform your miracles and have them get better, get well, and so they can come back to their families and have a happy and healthy lives. They are looking forward to seeing your mercy and love, and their families are also looking forward for that. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving our lives. Thanks for giving us everything. Dear Jesus, amen. My friends, thanks for coming. Again, not the easiest stream I've had. Thank you very much. I will see you tomorrow. You're awesome and you rock. I hope that you keep on coming back for more. Let me try to shut off the stream from the computer so I don't have to get up. There you go.